Dr. Garrett, you wrote an important article about the extraordinary level of fraud in the California community college system. What's going on out there? You're very familiar with this. My understanding is it's a huge operation. I think the largest in the country, isn't it?
Yeah, the California community college system is massive. It's got over 100 schools. It's got over 1 million students. I think it's massive, and was it 1 million? It's that might not be right, but it's definitely a gigantic system, and it's got gobs and gobs of money, billions of dollars flowing through it. That's really not been managed the way it ought to be. We've seen. The recent case of students or individuals pretending to be students, creating fake accounts, logging in, creating accounts, enrolling for classes, collecting financial aid. And then the colleges, because the way the system is designed, the colleges get paid as well. So there's an incentive to just encourage this. Now, colleges are working to try to fix it, but it is a widespread problem. And part of it stems from this ideological obsession with inclusivity and making sure everyone has access, to the point that there's really no safeguards against fake students coming in. And it also is a program that's really designed to pay for enrollment. So it doesn't matter if you're succeeding or learning, or if it's doing a good job as an institution, it's going to pay for names on papers, on spreadsheets, on rosters. And so we really are seeing a concern with this lack of accountability and an abdication of excellence and preference of equity and inclusion. There needs to be a place for students in the community college system to come and learn, but we also need to have some sorts of standards, some rigor, some assessment to make sure these are actual students, so that our monies are not being spent on fraudulent students.
Well, do you think that there is a turning point happening in California, because a state that was so successful and had such huge surpluses suddenly has, the city of Los Angeles is under an incredible financial situation. And I just saw that in the news recently, but the state itself is hundreds of millions of dollars in the hole. It's probably in the billions. They just haven't gone public with the real numbers. Do you think that there will be are you seeing any type of a change as a result, just financial necessity?
Actually, in California, they're increasing the budget on spending. They're going to keep spending money on that. And there's a proposition from the 1970s that mandates that the money spent on education, Prop 98, I think it is, needs to be a reflection of the statewide budget. And as the budget increases, so does education. And this is resulting this year in an increase in expenditures. So I assume from that the budgets also must be increasing, because I know the budget for education is increasing. And that again is driven by these enrollment numbers. And there's lots of ways to inflate those numbers. We're seeing strange practices to inflate the numbers to justify more spending. We're seeing credentialing, because the new program will give you more money for credentials. So we're seeing artificial credentials created you can get a certificate for field trips, and that gets money to the school. Or you can move a program to a remote campus and make everyone drive an hour. And that appealing to rural students gets you more money to the school. Or you can open up a branch in an institution for incarcerated students, and that gets you additional money. Or dual enrollment. We're seeing a huge push for reaching out to the 8th graders to start enrolling every 9th grader in college, because that's more students. It doesn't matter that they're not academically or intellectually or mature enough to participate in college. We're going to enroll those students because every name we get increases the budget.
Wow, that's an incredible situation. I really anticipated that with the financial problems, they would crank that down. It doesn't sound good. Of course, we haven't even talked about the issue as California's, kind of been a massive sanctuary state, and a lot of these people are not here in the United States legally, and I suspect that's a large number of the people that are improperly in this community college financial aid system.
Yeah, actually, the college system will grant them colleges additional funds for enrolling those students. So there's an incentive to enroll those students, which is, completely a strange phenomenon.
Just amazing. This is Dr. David D. Schein. Thanks for joining me for this special edition of Saving America. Remember, a new Saving America show is aired on the Brushwood Media Network every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Listen on any of the 16 network stations, Apple or Google mobile app, Apple CarPlay, TuneIn, smart speaker, and all smart TVs. Find more information at the brushwoodmedianetwork.com. Please be sure to join us each week. We welcome and love your feedback from our growing audience.